And now, the best 60-ish seconds of your week. Today, some really good news for the people of Pennsylvania. Act 77 has been declared unconstitutional. Bluntly, it should have happened a long time ago. If you recall, right after the November elections last year, I filed an amicus brief on behalf of 75 or more Republican legislators in Harrisburg in support of the Kelly case brought by Congressman Mike Kelly of Northwest Pennsylvania, who wanted to see Act 77 declared unconstitutional back then. Unfortunately, the federal courts pulled a Pontius Pilate, washed their hands, and walked away, saying there was no standing. But yesterday, the Commonwealth Court of Pennsylvania declared Act 77 unconstitutional. A great victory for Commissioner Doug McClinko, the other plaintiffs, and most important, the people of Pennsylvania. And it gives rise to a real question about those who voted for Act 77 in the first place. Bluntly, they've got a lot of splaining to do. And this week saw another gubernatorial debate here in Pennsylvania, this time sponsored by the Blair County Republican Committee and Chairman Jim Foreman. A really good opportunity for the voters, Republican primary voters in particular, to once again see the candidates up close and personal. Unfortunately, a couple of candidates chose again not to allow the voters of Pennsylvania to hear from them, but for those that were present, they got a real opportunity to see who has what, who says what, who the best messengers are, and who delivers the best message. And so the campaign trail continues across Pennsylvania. I'm loving every minute of it. You know, they've called me the conservative happy warrior for a long time, but I have to emphasize from time to time, I am a warrior, willing to take on Josh Shapiro every single day in the media and elsewhere, beat him on a debate stage, and ultimately get elected governor and take our state in a very different direction than Tom Wolf and Josh Shapiro and Joe Biden have taken it. And as we turn to the other favorite subject of the best 60 seconds of your week, how about NFL football? You know, they used to say that the Final Four weekend for March Madness was the greatest weekend in sports. But how could you possibly beat last weekend, where the first three games featured away teams winning on last-second field goals? And then came the granddaddy of them all, probably the best football game any of us have ever seen, the Chiefs and the Bills. Ultimately, the Chiefs prevail in OT, and Andy Reid, with a lot of Philly connections, moves on. It's going to be tough to beat that on championship weekend and then in the Super Bowl. And unfortunately, the all-Pennsylvania Super Bowl collapsed all too soon this year. But the famous Pennsylvania cry, just wait until next year. And for now, that is the best 60-ish seconds of your week.